Hey, Shaggy Bartlett here with day 987 of quarantine. I want to continue on with the theme from the last couple of weeks about things that we can do at our weddings beyond dancing. It's interesting, just this morning in my memories, it popped up from 4 years ago, somebody quoting me saying that dancing is overrated at weddings. And you have to know the context of that for it to make some sense, but here we are 4 years later, and dancing's overrated at weddings, because if that's all you have to offer, you have nothing to offer right now with weddings where dancing is not allowed. I know it's different in different parts of the country, but here in California, and I know in a lot of areas, there is no dancing allowed other than the first dance or parents' dances, if that. So looking at more ideas of things that we can do. And one of the things I want to talk about is introductions. And we tend to think of the grand introduction, the big high energy, I think it was Thomas Heath who came up with the grand yelling of the names. But it can be really so much more than that. And for the last couple of decades, I've been doing expanded introductions where more often than not funny, but not always, but more about the people that are actually being introduced, not just, brother of the groom, but really telling a little something about them. And frequently, because that's sort of my style, is I use a lot of humor, but it can be done with humor or it can be done with sentimentality. But it doesn't have to be that grand entrance into the room with everybody standing and screaming either. There are other ways to do it, and we've done it in the past. And now is maybe a really good time to sort of bring some ideas together. So here's a concept for introduction of the wedding party who's already there at the table. So, and this could it could be done a couple of different ways, but really easily, like prior to toasts. And if everybody in the wedding party, because there are going to be a lot of small wedding parties now, if everybody in the wedding party was being introduced, you could do this before each person is giving a toast, or it could be everybody all together. A little bit bigger wedding party, I would introduce the wedding party, and really you could just go right down the line and say a little something about each person. And again, if humor is who you are, this is a great opportunity to sort of do a little mini roast of them, or at least throw in a little bit of humor, a little bit about who they really are. But you could also take that same idea, and if the bride and groom are outgoing people, have them do it. I would highly recommend that you help them with the writing of this. Let them write it, and then work on how to deliver lines if you have that sort of training, so that it's not just a boring well, this is my sister and she's just really always been there for me. I mean, that's not going to go anywhere, right? But there have been some great introductions that I've seen over the years, and if you could have them go through and basically who they are to the bride or groom and why they're part of the wedding party. And that gives you a chance to take a few minutes and of this wedding that would, it's not going to have these great dancing moments, and do something incredible with it, right? So think outside the dancing box with entertainment. We talked about, using videos. You could still use, even with videos, if you're using your projector the way that Mike Anderson has taught you with our DVDs to use projectors, during this you could put some pictures up really easily of this best man and some of the crazy pictures that they have of him. So the best man is an adventurous kind, and now you're putting pictures up of him doing some great things. Those are the kind of things that, 6 months from now, when people are looking back and they go, we had a wedding during the pandemic. We were only able to invite 40 people, but it was such a personal, loving, fun, exciting. No, we didn't get to dance, but never would have imagined that our wedding could be like this. And when you have those kinds of reviews next year, when dancing is back, and you can point to those kinds of reviews to clients in the future and go, listen, not only can I make it really great for the dancing portion, but take a look at what we did when we couldn't even dance and we still had amazing receptions. If you can take that sort of a mindset into this, you can do so much more than just, wiggy, 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 wiggy. That's fine. I'm a DJ. I'm not opposed to dancing. I love dancing, but there's so much more. Our job is to make it fun, memorable, emotional, exciting. All of those things come into play, and that takes more than just dancing. I hope that helps you and stirs the creative juices for the weeks that are coming. And go on our Facebook page, if you will, the 1% Solution group on Facebook, and share ideas of things that you're doing now to help make these weddings be amazing. And I'd love to share those with other people. And if you have a great idea, then I'll share it here in one of our upcoming minutes. My minute's almost up. Gotta go.